What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight, I call this one. What do they call it? Explanations. And I don't owe anybody an explanation. That's I guess what I'm getting at. But I do want to talk about a few things about who I am, why I do what I do, and I think it's just extremely important for us to have that dialogue and discussion. So it's Sunday night. Everybody's getting ready for the week. So I hope you guys will stick around. My fans will stick around. The people who like me triggering liberals, they'll stick around for a little bit. The people who really don't give a shit, they'll just go away, right? So first of all, I don't want you guys to think that I owe anybody an explanation, because I absolutely do not owe anybody an explanation. But there is a method to my madness, okay? And I've gotten messages and comments from supporters, and I recently just got one in my DMs. Basically, a guy just unfollowed me, which is fine. It's your choice. At least he didn't publicly do it, right? It's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure, ladies and gentlemen. And he's like, hey, man, you know what? I just can't handle the fact that it seems like you're just pushing merch. Fair. Absolutely fair statement, fair comment. I'm not going to stop, though, because I actually truly believe in the message that the merch puts out there. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each piece of merch and what it means to me. And I hope in the comment section you guys can ask yourselves what it means to you, and if you purchased a piece of my merch, what does that mean to you, and why did you purchase it? So that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight, because to me it's not about money, and you're going to see at the end. You're going to see at the end that it's not about money. So if you stick around till then, you're going to see exactly that. So it's been a wild ride on social media. Okay, an absolute wild ride. I on accident just started making political videos, and people lost their minds, but more people actually supported, right? And this is way back 5 years ago. And I was still in active addiction. I was not sober yet. And I was talking shit about the government. And I was talking shit about policy. And it was just one of those things. And I came out with the name BertaProudDad. And somebody asked me, hey, BertaProud, that is absolutely amazing. You should put that on a hat. So I did. I put it on a hat. And then somebody asked if they can get a hoodie. So I was like, you know what? We could probably do that for the few followers that'll buy it. So my wife went out and bought a Cricut machine and a heat press. It cost like $600. And she was pounding these things out, right? And then the Freedom Convoy happened, and people's bank accounts were getting frozen, and all this other stuff was happening. And I noticed that they're trying to cancel our voices. They are truly trying to cancel our voices. Well, what can we do? Like, what will not get community guidelines on the internet? Clothing. Clothing won't, right? You can wear practically whatever you want. What will not get community guidelines or canceled in public? Clothing. So why can't we go ahead and wear our opinions on our sleeves? And that's truly what the left hates, guys. They hate it because they can't remove it. You can put a comment in a comment section and they can report it, right? They can report that comment and then it gets removed and they get off on that. But guess what? You can wear a shirt in a video. You can wear a shirt to Safeway. You can wear a shirt to Walmart. You can wear it to your kid's soccer game. You can do whatever. They can't cancel that. And not only that, you're wearing your opinion. So it's going to go one or two ways. You're going to meet other like-minded individuals and become friends, which has happened to me. Or you're going to meet people and you're going to have productive dialogue and discussion with those people. Very, very important. So that is why I will never stop selling the merch because of this. So we're going to move through a couple pieces of this merch that I have. This is the Drill Baby Drill, Alberta version. Well, why did I come out with a Drill Baby Drill Alberta hoodie? Well, I came out with one because oil and gas in Alberta is extremely important. It put food on my table for many years, and it puts food on the table of many Canadians. A lot of people travel to Alberta to do oil and gas, to work in oil and gas. And there's a lot of subsidiary companies and trickle-down companies in oil and gas that survive because of oil and gas. And this hoodie came out to support the men and women in the oil field. And that is why I brought this out. So people who are buying this, what this means to me, want to show whether or not they work in the oil patch or not, but they support the Alberta oil patch. But then somebody came to me and said, hey, Berta, I live in Ontario. And I was like, you know what? Not only Albertans should be able to support their oil and gas, because you are right. There's people all over Canada. So I came out with the Canadian version. That right there shows you support the men and women in oil and gas. That's wearing your opinion on your sleeve. They can't cancel that, and it gets discussions running. Common Sense Canadian hat. Why did I come out with my Common Sense Canadian hat? I came out with the Common Sense Canadian because common sense is not so common. If you look at the liberal policies that has happened over the past decade in this country, they have completely lost common sense. What is common sense? Less government, less taxation, more jobs, less crime. That's common sense. Everything that conservatives want, because we're common sense Canadians. That's why I brought it out on a hat, because no liberal's going to buy that because they don't have common sense. So show who you are as a common sense Canadian. That is why it exists, and that is why it is there. In All Thy Sons Command t-shirt. Why did I come out with that? A lot of people are buying that for their kids when their kids go to school, when their kids go to sporting events. People are wearing this to sporting events, and they're wearing it in public. On Remembrance Day is a big one for these people. And when Justin Trudeau changed the anthem because of the woke left and tried to be inclusive, I said, no, I'm not having any of that. It's not going to happen. We're going to wear our opinions on our sleeves, and we're going to fight back against it. They can't community guidelines a t-shirt, so I put it on a t-shirt and a hoodie, and that's what I have. Here's one of the favorites. Back to school is here, and many kids are going to be going to school with this exact shirt. A lot of people have sent me pictures through my DMs of them sending their kids to school in this shirt. Some kids have been sent home. My daughter asked me, Dad, can I go to school in that this year? She's 15 years old, going into grade 11. I said, absolutely. So she's got one. She's wearing that the first day of school. And no balls in women's stall. Going back to common sense. That just makes common sense, right? That's exactly why I came out with that shirt. Wear your opinion. You can't community guidelines it. Sovereign Alberta. Sovereignty is not separation. Becoming more sovereign as an Alberta province because I'm Alberta is exactly what I came up with. This little line here that you see underneath Alberta is designed breaking away from Ottawa as much as we can, right? That's why it's not completely cracked. So it is a sovereign Alberta snapback hat, leather patch or acrylic patch to show that you believe in sovereignty in your province. And I just so happen to be from Alberta. That's why that hat exists. It is not a separatist hat, or else it would say Alberta needs to separate. It's for a more sovereign Alberta. Wearing your opinion on your sleeve. Here's one that is our best seller. It is the top seller. It is sold so much. It is worn on Remembrance Day. It is worn on Canada Day. It is worn all over this great country, and I see it out almost every day that I walk in Calgary. Somebody is wearing the t-shirt version, the tank top version, or this version, the hoodie. Stand on guard for thee. What does that mean to you? I want to hear you in the comments. What does standing on guard for thee mean to you? One of the most important parts of our national anthem is standing on guard for thee. This is why I came out with this piece of merch. Guys, I'm not a clothing salesman. I'm a messenger. That's literally what I am. This is not about selling you guys an article of clothing. It's about creating change within the society of showing people they get to wave their rainbow flags. They get to wear their stupid ass piercings and dye their hair pink. We will do it in a respectful manner, and we will take things like the national anthem, one of the most important pieces of it. We'll put it on a piece of clothing, and we will wear it in public to get a discussion started, right? And that's why it works. Here's the unapologetically Albertan one. Now, I've had lots of people say you need to make one for every province. I will. I absolutely will, but I got to figure out how to do it. How do you do unapologetically British Columbian? Do you do unapologetically Saskatoonian? I don't know, Saskatchewanian. What do you call them, right? If somebody knows, hit me up in my DMs, give me ideas for each province, and we can do that. But I am unapologetically Albertan. I will not feel sorry for being from my province. It's a have province, and it provides a lot to this country. Guys, hit those likes, whatever platform you're on. I appreciate you guys. Like I said at the beginning of the live, I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I'm trying to break this down to you. I'm not a fucking clothing salesman. I'm a messenger. I'm trying to actually make some change here. And we are. Some of the stories I've gotten from discussions. A guy went to the gym today. He was wearing his unapologetically conservative stuff on the way into the gym, got a discussion started. And speaking of unapologetically conservative, that one right there, flying off the shelves like hotcakes. And it's absolutely amazing. Amazing how many people have gone out and bought that one. I need to find the one that is probably going to turn into the best seller out of the whole gamut of everything. And you guys know which one I'm going to put up here. The elbows down, ass up shirt. We've sold a ton. And the reason we've sold a ton is people are fed up and they're sick and tired of overreach. They're sick and tired of not having a voice. They're sick and tired of having no plan, having no budget. And Mark Carney comes out and he says he's going to put elbows up to Donald Trump, and he doesn't. Right? So we put it on a t-shirt. You can't community guidelines it. I know people who are going to send their kids to school with that one. And you know what? Good. Absolutely. It's time we have actual discussion. This clothing is designed to have discussions. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I am not a clothing company, and I don't do this for money. I give away money to foundations. I give money away. This is one of the foundations that we support, the Calgary Foundation, where you see $1,000 was given to them on behalf of myself. And I do that with many charities. Jumpstart is another one. Last Christmas, we helped 15 families at Christmas. 15 families that were down on their luck, who would not be able to give their kids a Christmas. We were able to help them out. It was crazy. It was like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. It was, I don't know the final number, but it was a lot. That's turkey dinner. That's dessert. That's presents for the kids, grandma, the parents. That's the whole gamut. And our goal is 20 families this year. This is what we do. We do this this is not about money. Not me solely. I am a partner in a construction company that pays me well. This is about a message, and the money that I make from this merch, a lot of it goes to helping people, helping charitable organizations, helping families. When I first started this company, we literally helped, I believe it was over 520 families with the sale of the merch. And then haters said I wasn't doing it and I wasn't blah, blah, blah. So I didn't want to put these families on camera or else they wouldn't believe me. So I just stopped. And we've been doing this behind the scenes. I've been giving charitable donations away. I've been paying people's car insurance. I've been paying people's cell bills, their gas bill. I've been buying old ladies groceries in the grocery store, and I've been donating to charities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is literally the reason I don't owe an explanation to anybody. But I think I need you guys to understand what it is I'm trying to do. And I know a lot of you do, because I see the orders coming in, especially from this one right now. From this one right now, there's orders coming in like crazy. And that's because people want to wear their opinion. And I'm telling you, we are making change. Every time you can go out in a liberal town and wear something like that, two things are going to happen. People are going to look at you differently, or they're going to look at you differently and come and talk to you and actually have a discussion instead of hiding in comment sections on the internet, on social media. That's what I'm trying to do. One of the big things I'm trying to do right now is get the Alberta Prosperity Project and Forever Canadian in the same room. I've already put it out there. I've offered to them that, guess what? I will moderate this. I will set this up. I will fucking pay for this. I will pay for the venue. So, and then we'll do a fundraiser for the security. We'll figure something out. But I will set this up so we can have this side and this side, who have different visions of how we should go forward, have a dialogue and discussion in front of the people they're trying to gain their support from. But nobody from the APP and nobody from Forever Canada or Forever Canadian has got back to me. And they've been invited multiple times. And it's almost like people just want to talk to their own people, right? Exactly. Phil Brown asks, I might have missed it, but where are the shirts and hat produced? I'm not talking embroidery. I'm talking bulk hat purchases. Not in Canada, Phil. And that's what you probably wanted, right? So here's the thing. If I got a hat made in Canada, nobody's going to buy my hats. You want to know why? Because a hat is going to cost $95, right? So you guys always try to troll me with that. I'm a realist. Go look in your closet. It's not Canadian. It's not. We don't have very many textile, but what I can tell you is this. The hat is embroidered by a single mom in my town. The shirts are made by a small business who employs high school students after school in Calgary. The leather patch hats are made by a single mom who's trying to pay for her daughter to have horse lessons. The other hats are made by a very small business in Calgary by people who are just started their small business and are expanding and are working out of their garage. This merch has been endorsed by Pierre Poilievre. This merch has been endorsed by big names in oil and gas, and there's going to be more endorsements coming out. But at the end of the day, if you guys are going to dog me because the actual material isn't put together in Canada, then Canada needs to have a conversation about bringing its costs down, because I will fail by people wearing their opinion by selling a $75 tank top, because that's what it would cost me, right? So this is what they do. This is what they do. They try to discredit my whole operation with that one comment. Well, guess what? Canadians are employed. Canadian foundations are getting helped. Canadian families at Christmas are getting Christmas. So that shouldn't fucking bother you that this textile didn't come from Canada. This brand is doing more than most brands my size do. And we are proud of that. We are absolutely proud of that as a brand. And this brand is 5 years old, and it has grown tenfold. With every new piece of merch that we come out with, people buy it. Pierre Poilievre just won. Welcome home, Pierre. This is the hat that's endorsed by Pierre Poilievre. He loves it. So I put it on a hoodie, right? Welcome Pierre home, back to Alberta, where he was born. You know what I mean? These ones sell all the time just from people from Alberta, right? And that's the thing. Wearing your opinion is more than just putting an article of clothing on. We are trying to make change. People will go out and wave their flags. They'll have a protest on the street. You know what happens? People avoid the protest. That's what they do. The haters don't come down. They might do a little counter protest, but there's no discussion or dialogue. The discussion happens when you're in your grocery store, when you're in your school, your university, the car wash, the dentist office, the doctor's office, the lawyer's office. Those are where the conversations happen. At the gym. That's why I wear my opinion on my sleeve every single day and have conversations with real Canadians every single day. Because the people coming up to me to talk to me aren't the online keyboard warriors, okay? They're literally real people with real concerns and care about this country. Whether they're liberal or whether they're conservative, they have their own vision of how this country should run. And I've actually spoken with liberals and they've had no answers to things, right? I seem to have an answer for everything when liberals confront me. Why do you think that is, right? John asks, will I be making different flags in the future? Eventually. We can only do so much as a small operation, right? But my vision of this company, BertaProudDad Clothing, is to help as many people as we can through our charitable organization, our donations that we make, and to get as much merch out onto the Canadian streets as we can. That's why I ask for you guys to share this live stream that's happening right now. Share the replay if you're watching the replay, and just ask your friends and family for support and say, hey, go support this guy. Go do it. He's not making millions off this. He's giving his money away. He truly just wants people to wear the merch. Like I said, my bills are paid because I'm a partner in a big construction company. Okay. My wife has a really good job. This right here, we give our money away because we believe in it. And Obviously, you don't give 100% away because we have expansion costs, operating costs. This camera, that's a $3,500 camera right there, right? We have things that we have to do to operate, but at the end of the day, we give the majority of away. This company does not pay my bills. And I wanted to be clear on that and give you guys an explanation, because there's a lot of people out there. Like I said, guy, all you do is sell your merch. I put a commercial in the end of every single video I do. There is a ton of really good information in every single video. If you are just pissed off at the end for the 10 seconds that I try to get you to wear your opinion on your sleeve, I don't think I really had you as a fan to begin with. You guys pick up what I'm throwing down? That's just me, though. That's just me. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you for being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Remember, wear your opinion on your sleeve. Go to BertaProudDad.com. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That will bring you into the subscriber-only group. If you're on Instagram, hit the subscribe button. You'll get special promo codes for that as well. I would appreciate it. And that's all I have for you guys. We're going to do more live streams like this daily. Not like this, not where I'm showing you guys different merch. But we're going to do more live streams like this because, yes, I do have the camera now. And, yes, the podcast studio is coming to fruition. It is being built and developed. But we appreciate you guys, every single one of you who go to BertaProudDad.com. And if you haven't done so yet, just go check the website out. See if there's something there that you could see yourself wearing to get a conversation going. BertaProudDad.com. Love you guys. Have a great night.